Nice. So.
The Lara makes the Lord sounds.
What's that?
The Lara makes the Lord sound like.
No, the bigger the drum is, then the lower it sounds. That's why the bass drum's the big one, and it sounds so low. Right? The snare drum's a different thing. The snare drum. Let me show you something. The snare drum's different than these other drums.
Right.
Is look at the bottom of it.
Whoa.
It has these things.
When which one is small, that means it makes the highest. And when
Yeah.
it makes the medium, it makes the medium.
That's right.
And when it's
That's
the
right.
biggest, it makes.
And actually, usually the drum that we have here is a little smaller than this one. This is a pretty big one up here, but that's okay. So usually a small, medium, big, and then, this is the highest. Ding, ding, ding. Now check out the snare drum though. This one's different because these other drums.
Pay attention.
These other drums, they don't have, check this out. You see how this is just the same on this side, right? But look at the back of the snare drum. What's different about it?
See? Look. Kamen.
It's hard.
But look at this.
So look at the back of the snare drum. What's different about the snare drum?
Lighter.
But it has something on it.
Glass.
Check it out. Look over at it. You can even go over to it. What does it have on it that this one doesn't?
It looks like glass.
Yeah, what's that thing in the middle? There's that strip that's going along the middle.
Yeah.
Any idea what that thing is?
So I can stay on?
Oh, you think it's there to keep it on?
Yeah.
Actually, you are onto something. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Feel it. It's really tight against that against it, right? It's on there pretty tight, right? And right now the sound is pretty high, loud sound.
Yeah, it's a little loud.
When we take this, now this is much looser, right? It's not really on there anymore. Now how does it sound?
Whoa.
It sounds more like the tom-toms now, right?
It's almost like a tom-tom.
Yeah. So our snare, that's our special drum, right? Because it has, these things are actually called snares. They're called snare wires. And we turn them on, we make them really tight against the drum, and then we get that high pop of a sound.
Pop on the sound?
Yeah, like a pop. Right?
Yeah.
So, you've listened to some, have you ever listened to any kind of rock music or really any kind of music, right? A lot of times, can I sit down for 1 second, Kamens? Right? We'll have this thing, this drum, the snare drum, it'll be what we call the backbeat, right? So we'll have
The bass.
right? This is really low. But it's pretty.
Oh, really?
Right? So we'll have this thing. You see how that bass, snare, bass, snare, bass, snare, bass, snare, bass, snare. I want you to try that. All we're doing right now is bass, snare, bass, snare, bass, snare, bass, snare.
Sure.
All right. Yeah, let's try to keep it. I'm going to play this one. You're going to do it with me. So it's going to go bass, snare, bass, snare. I'm going to say one. Hang on one sec. I'm going to say 1, 2, ready, go. And then you're going to start with the bass, okay? A 1, 2, ready, go. Bass, snare, bass. See if you can hit the bass a little harder. Nice. Yeah, let's actually let's move your seat just a little closer so you don't have such trouble playing the bass. There you go.
Good job, buddy.
1, 2. I said 1, 2, ready, go, and then it's bass.
Right.
1, 2, ready, go, bass. Well, yeah.
That was
Nice.
awesome.
So what?
Cool.
We didn't actually go over everything. We learned this is called the bass drum.
Yeah.
This is called
Snare.
snare.
Snare drum.
Remember what these three things are called?
Tom tom.
Tom-toms. Yeah. We actually this one. You see how this one's on the floor? So we call this one the big one the floor tom. Sometimes they're all tom-toms. And these we call the rack toms because they're up on a rack. Any idea what this thing's called?
Do you know what that's called?
Any idea? Let's lower it for you. This is a cymbal.
Symbol.
Uh-huh. And actually, that one's also a cymbal, right? They look pretty similar.
All three are symbols.
Yeah, they are, but they're a little bit different. We call this one the crash cymbal.
Crash.
Any idea why?
Because it's really loud like this. Wham.
Yeah, hit it. Nice. It's kind of like a crash, right?
Yeah.
Hit it and hit the bass at the same time. Hit the cymbal and the bass at the same time. Oh, no, this is what I mean. Right? You're gonna, that crash cymbal, like this, and stomp with the bass at the same time so they're together. Nice.
Good job.
Are you right-handed, right?
Huh?
Right-handed?
He's right-handed. Well, he's ambidextrous.
Okay.
Yeah.
Try with do the same thing, use your right hand this time. So just the crash and the bass drum together.
With this one?
Yeah, go. Nice. You see why we call that the crash cymbal, because it's
Yeah.
so loud. This is also a crash cymbal. That was a little far away right now. This one is also a cymbal. We call this the ride cymbal, right? It's not quite as much like a crazy crash sound. We use this a little more for a kind of nice.
I can reach this
Well,
one. Or these.
when you need it, we'll lower it for you. This one is a special thing. You see how this is a little different, right? Because it's more than just one cymbal, right? It has
Two symbols.
two, and this one's kind of upside down,
And they
right?
can just together.
You could. We can also do this one. We don't even call it the cymbal. We call it a hi-hat. I think you might even. Were you saying you had a hi-hat on your thing?
Yeah.
Yes, you have a hi-hat. This is a hi-hat. Nice. You can use your left foot like you are right now. Do that again. Yeah, that's a cool sound, right? You can also.
And this is really loud, right?
Yeah, that's a totally different sound. And this one, what we can also do with the hi-hat is close it and play it more with our stick. And now, can I sit down for one more time?
Yeah.
Right? So now, what we can do, we can take that thing we were doing with the bass and the snare, we can add the hi-hat. Right?
All done together.
Well, I'm still doing bass, snare. Bass, snare, bass, snare. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. What are we doing with our hi-hat? We're playing in all the numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Count with me. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1,